It feels like everyone else is already cashing in on artificial intelligence. While the tech is accelerating by the minute, you might be standing still, wondering how you're supposed to catch up, let alone profit from it. But the truth is, the people with the deepest pockets, the CEOs and business owners making 7 to 8 figures, are just as lost. They hear terms like system prompts and custom instructions and hit a brick wall of confusion. That exact paralysis is your opportunity. These executives don't want to learn the mechanics of the tech. They will happily pay top dollar to someone who can step in and make it work for them. You don't need to be a software engineer or know how to code. Instead, you act as a digital guide. Your job is to point these new tools at the specific bottlenecks slowing down a business and let the AI handle the heavy lifting. Your real product is the neutralization of an executive's tech confusion. You transform AI from an intimidating threat into a manageable utility that ultimately buys them back their time. The first way to capture this value is by acting as a translator. You build a personalized AI ecosystem for an overwhelmed executive. You start with a detailed intake form. You collect all the messy details of their working life, their daily workflows, their communication tone, and their specific business goals. This context is the raw fuel for the system. You feed that context into an AI model, and it splits it into precise instructions, a master prompt and detailed system prompts. From there, these are neatly filed into clear project folders, allowing the client to get perfectly tailored work done instantly. The second method turns you into a multiplier. Here, you solve the content creation bottleneck that frustrates almost every business owner. The strict rule here is to target clients who already have an archive of long-form videos or podcasts. If they don't have an existing library gathering dust, the strategy won't work. You take their best-performing long video and have AI run it through the PSL framework, which breaks the content down into a point, a story, and a lesson. The tool automatically slices one long transcript into dozens of high-performing short clips. Notice the pattern here. In both cases, you are not forced to stare at a blank page or spend hours filming original material. You command a premium price strictly for taking existing, unorganized assets and structuring them into something highly valuable. The third method is acting as an architect. Using tools like Lovable or Framer, you can generate pixel-perfect, responsive websites in minutes without writing a single line of HTML or JavaScript. The real leverage is the revision process. The client submits their feedback into a form. That form triggers an API, instructing the AI to automatically update the live site and send a fresh link. The iteration happens entirely without your input. The fourth method shifts from software to your own lived experience.
You act as a teacher, packaging a specific result you've achieved into a high-ticket workshop. A lot of people freeze up here because they don't feel like certified experts. But you don't need a degree to teach. If you quit your job to start a business, you are an expert to the person still sitting in a cubicle. You just have to be a few steps ahead of your student. To build the curriculum, you flip the dynamic. You tell the AI to act as a beginner in your field and interview you. It asks the questions, extracts your localized knowledge, and uses your answers to write out the exact lesson scripts. To ensure those lessons actually stick, the AI organizes the information using the format MAT structure. This is a framework based on adult learning theory that sequences the concepts clearly, ensuring your students learn effectively rather than drowning in details. The technology handles the outlining, the pacing, and the design.
It removes all the structural friction, leaving your simple ability to guide another person as the actual product people buy. The fifth and final method involves something you already own, your network. Over the last 10 years, you've likely accumulated thousands of emails, LinkedIn connections, and social media followers. An AI tool scans your history and cross-references names with public job titles and investment data. It builds a map of your circle's professional influence. You can then ask the system specific questions, like, who do I know that hosts a podcast in Austin? The tool filters through thousands of contacts to pinpoint precise targets, from local media leads to high-net-worth founders who were previously buried in your inbox. People spend enormous amounts of energy trying to acquire new audiences, but the fastest return on investment often comes from simply X-raying the dormant relationships you've already built and connecting the dots. These 5 methods demonstrate a shift in where the money is moving. The profit no longer lives in the ability to write code, but in the specific instructions and systems used to bridge the gap between AI and human business problems. But seeing all these lucrative options at once creates a new problem: choice paralysis. Trying to build website systems to generate daily content and analyze your networks all at the same time guarantees you will fail. To succeed, you have to choose exactly one of these 5 paths. Pick one method, double down on it, and dedicate yourself entirely to absolute mastery in that single area. To get the exact step-by-step frameworks for implementing these methods without having to figure it out from scratch, you can grab the free AI operating system document linked below. Artificial intelligence offers enormous mechanical leverage, but it cannot make decisions for you. The tech is ready to work, but it requires your singular focus and commitment to actually claim the reward.